Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Blades of Avernum. Last episode, we made it to the town of Copper Peak, sneaking through all the Loyalists and such. Found out what was going on and got our quest, find and kill the leader. Or at least the leader of this particular group. We're not going after Dorcas. We do that, they could disperse and Copper Peak will have some much needed relief. We managed to find our way through an underground passage down here. Now we just need to get out. Ahead lies a tunnel, and hopefully it leads out from under Copper Peak. Do you follow it? Yes. After following the tunnel for a while, you'll emerge into a jungle clearing. It's not a comfortable path, but it works. Now you just have to make sure that the Loyalists don't find it. You take a look around the clearing. And then you notice the group of Loyalists staring at you as you dust yourselves off. One of them laughs. Then they raise their weapons and advance. You're surprised to hear Carly let loose a bellow of rage. She points at one of the archers in the back of the group. Matthew, you bastard! I'm going to cut you to pieces! You have no idea what she's going on about, but the Loyalist looks terrified. I think I kinda do. These Loyalists might not be much of a problem. Oh, there goes the maid. Whatever it was. Archer. Breathing heavily, you make sure the Loyalists are dead by kicking them several times, particularly Matthew. After a few spirited kicks, Carly waves you away so she can have a turn. She looks a little relieved, but still wears an understandably grim face. Right now, you're somewhere in the jungle. You don't think the Loyalists know where you are, but it's hard to say. Somehow you need to make it to their flagship, wherever that is. Then you hear a horn sound out across the trees and a sinking feeling grips you. Uh-oh. Yeah, grab those arrows. I don't think anything here is useful. Great, so that means the Loyalists are coming around here, aren't they? I mean, judging from the way the tunnel went, we should probably be somewhere to the north of Copper Peak, I imagine. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, I didn't need to do that, but I did it anyway, so sue me. You flee the clearing, only pausing briefly to kick one of the fallen Loyalists. Carly follows reluctantly, looking back one more time to Matthew's corpse. She mutters something under her breath. Hopefully you can evade the other Loyalists on the island. Of course, it's not that easy. As you try to navigate the dense and dark jungle, you find it difficult to make any meaningful progress. At least once you go in a full circle. Thus, it is no surprise when you are eventually captured by a patrol of Loyalists. They knock you unconscious and drag you away. Groggily, you return to consciousness. Sea spray shocks you into alertness. You're on a boat. A few Loyalists are stationed around the deck, alternately watching the sea and you. You quickly find that you can't move. This is probably due to the fact that you've been lashed to the boat's masts. A few experimental movements suggest that you can slightly loosen the bonds, so you set to work. However, before you can make much progress, you hear a door open and close. I probably should have worn the, whatever it is. The armor. The sight of this man is terrifying. He appears to be a solid slab of muscle with two beady eyes glaring at you from under a furrowed brow. This must be the Trevan you've heard so little about. He laughs when he sees you. Ha ha ha! Of course! They would send adventurers after me, wouldn't they? Thankfully, it wasn't anyone competent. Now let's make this simple. He walks up onto the deck, uncomfortably close to your vulnerable bodies. He spits at your feet. I don't want your information because there's nothing to know. My troops are searching the jungle to find how you escaped from the city, and they'll find it. All I have to ask is this. Do you have any last words? Wait, can't we talk about this? I've said everything I want to say. He advances, menace in his eyes. Thankfully, that pause gave you enough time to slip the bonds from your wrists. Unfortunately, Trevon isn't phased. At least the guards aren't attacking. But can we attack them? No, we can't. No, slow him, actually. I'd rather the other method of doing this, but I'll take this. And some acid. How about some haste? And fire an arrow. Whoa! Fox is weakened. That's concerning. Oh wow, you're already out of ammunition. That's interesting. Oh, he's taking damage. Ow! He riposted. That's unexpected. Trevon, clearly hurting at this point, growls and signals to the other Loyalists on the deck. Get them! Don't just stand there! Alright, you, drink that, and fire this spell. You can't do very much, so summon a shade to assist us a little, please. Ow. Alright, fire this spell off again. That killed one of them. You need to heal Fox. Almost got him. Fire another Ice Lances. Trevon falls to the ground, clutching one of his many wounds. He growls something incoherent. After taking one long look at you, he pulls a small wooden tube from his belt and points it at the sky. A bright blue flare shoots out from the end into the sky. He slumps over into a pool of his own blood. And with that, Trevon dies. But what did that summon? That had to be something not good. As the other Loyalists begin to realize that their leader has just been cut down, they all seem to reach the same conclusion. Before you can even blink, they have all jumped overboard. Well, interesting. We got a haste potion, healing elixir, Trevon's body, for some reason, and Trevon's ring. Which we can't even carry. Curious. What's Trevon's ring do? +2 to melee weapons, pole weapons, and riposte. Definitely taking that. Okay. Now that the dust has settled, you find yourself alone on the deck of the ship. You'll have to get back to Stone's Throw eventually, but you don't know how to pilot this ship. Well, there's always swimming. You approach the edge of the ship and ponder the swim you have ahead. Do you dive overboard? Yeah. With some difficulty, you manage to swim to shore. Or flail, that might be a more accurate description. Eventually, you catch your breath and wring out your equipment. Time you to find your way back to Stone's Throw and report your success. As you set off along the beach, you see the Loyalist ships retreating towards the open sea. This is, to say the least, a good sign. It seems that you have been successful. Now all that remains is to collect your reward. Yeah, providing the town hasn't been completely destroyed. Now that the Loyalists have fled, it sure is a lot quieter around here. You encounter a group of Empire soldiers, some of whom look familiar. You realize that they are members of the Copper Peak garrison. After a tense moment, they decide that you're not Loyalists, and they approach you. They explain that the city is closed off until the Empire makes a full investigation. Even though you're responsible for their freedom, you're not being allowed in anytime soon. The guards apologize and let you get on your way. Okay, then. Kinda wish we'd, gone about this another way. You recognize this platform as a signal fire, a common safety feature on almost all Empire docks. It's not lit, but you're not surprised. Alright, well, we can get out of here, so let's do so. Oh, wait, we can go on to here. The key you got from the crazy hermit starts vibrating in your pack, and you feel disoriented for a moment. The feeling builds, culminating in an awful headache. The pain is unpleasant enough that you almost don't notice when a large demon appears a short distance away on the sand. Looks like you won't be exploring this island anytime soon. Okay, so much for that island. Still, it looks like we accomplished our goal here. In fact, that may actually be the end of the scenario. Yeah, I'm still uncovering all this. Shut up. Right, let's head back. Quite a trick here. Isn't there a guy around here who I could sell stuff to or something? Yeah, there was. You can sell that shield ring. And that's it. Here we're back at the docks. Yeah, I think all we need to do now is just report in. Yeah, break the siege, that's it. As you triumphantly strut back into Stone's Throw, you can practically smell your reward. Now, where is... No, that's the armorer. Ah, this is it. Mayor Skellick smiles at you approvingly. Well, let's hear it. The siege is broken. The mayor claps his hands and pulls a bottle of wine from under the table, slamming it down triumphantly. We've already heard the news, but it's good to hear it from the source. The Loyalists have scouted, and we've sealed off Copper Peak until we can get a better idea of the damage. The blow you have struck will surely keep the Loyalists out of our hair for some time. A job well done indeed. He pushes a hefty bag of coins across the table, as well as a glimmering golden circlet. And what of their leader? I heard he was quite the fighter. Dead as a doornail. You describe the Battle of Travan and how you heroically swam back to shore. Then the liaison asks what became of the body. When you just shrug, the mayor frowns. You left the body, so that the Loyalists could recover it. A battle-hardened lunatic, and you left the body. Fools, what? Do you think priests will only resurrect adventurers? He snorts indignantly and looks absolutely enraged. Fortunately, he calms down quickly. Just fine, it's okay. The threat has been dealt with for now, but should they return, we will be in touch. I wish you luck in your future endeavors. And with that, he turns back to the liaison, and the two begin conversing. Circlet of Audacity. +8 to willpower and +1 to luck. I'm giving this to Bonnie. Now let's see, what is willpower? Doesn't actually say. Oh wait, it's... helps you resist the effects of mind-clouding attacks like charming. Okay! Yeah, definitely keeping that on Bonnie. Some points in that. A little point in tool, couple points in tool use. And Fox, a point in intelligence would probably not be a bad idea. Okay. So now we've accomplished the goal. With your business here concluded, it is time to consider leaving Stone's Throw. Adventure certainly awaits you elsewhere, but are you ready to leave? Yes, onward! You quickly find a boat that will take you far, far away from this mess. Before you know it, you're somewhere equally tropical but less troubled. Not long after you escape, you hear the rumors that the Loyalists are trying to establish a foothold elsewhere. There are even stories about Travan. Seems that it'll only be a matter of time until you have to deal with this threat again. And so ends that scenario. I admit I would have taken Travan's body, but nobody was able to pick it up and carry it. I mean, it was 180 pounds and nobody could carry it. Ugh. Still, it's a bother. Oh well. I guess what we should have done is just dump him over into the sea. That would have been effective. Oh well. Either way, that's the end of that scenario. Next episode, we'll move on to another scenario by this Ephesos guy, who's rapidly proving himself to be quite skilled. But that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I'm Chester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.